forward to. And as usual, we've got a fantastic lineup of foodie films from the BBC archives. We've got regular helpings of Rick Stein, plus brand new Saturday Kitchen episodes of Celebrity MasterChef, and the Emperor of French Food, the fabulous Raymond Blanc. Now, our special guest today was part of the groundbreaking pop band S Club 7. Having enjoyed a successful solo career, she's more recently known as being narrowly missing out on the BBC Strictly Come Dancing title. Please welcome to Saturday Kitchen, it's the fabulous Rachel Stevens. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Now, I know Atta was a big fan of S Club 7, you can tell there.
Yes. Yes. There's some news later for me.
What's happened to everybody? Where's everybody gone?
Everyone is off doing their own thing. I mean, some are in, John's in the theatre, doing musicals, Hannah's doing Primeval, she's acting.
Yeah. Now, charity work is big for you, though, now.
Yes,
that's kind of taken on your life. We're going to explain and talk about that a little bit later. But, of course, you're here to eat.
Yes, which I do very well.
How do those dishes sound?
Delicious. A lot of my favourites in there. So.
That's pretty good. But now, of course, at the end of today's programme, we'll either cook food heaven or food hell for Rachel. It'll be something based on your favourite ingredient, food heaven, or your nightmare ingredient, food hell. So our chefs over there and some of our viewers decide which one you get. So food heaven, what will it be?
Food heaven will be lemon sole.
Lemon salt, that's good to me.
And there's crab and...
Well, I know you like crab and things like that, so that dish could have a little bit of crab in there.
Lobster.
And what about the dreaded food hell then?
Cod. Anything with aniseed or herbs and that kind of thing.
You almost written the recipe for me, so there you go. It's sole or cod for Rachel, food heaven. I could use the sole with another one of your favourite ingredients, which is crab, of course. The fillets are simply taken off the bone and then cooked and served in a little light beurre blanc sauce made with some white crab meat, a little bit of tomato concasse, a little bit of chives, and served with some sautéed curly kale. Yum. Nice little light dish to go with it. Or Rachel could be facing that food hell, of course. Cod in a dish that's a tribute to one of the most famous seafood dishes of all time, Rockefeller. Normally with oysters, but this time we're going to take the fish and pan fry it and then top it with a Rockefeller-style sauce made from spinach, watercress, a little bit of shallots, and it's sprinkled over with some breadcrumbs and served with a fennel and carrot salad. Not your favourite thing.
Never tried Rockefeller sauce.
Well, it's not bad, but you have to wait to the end of the show to see which one Rachel gets. Now, if you'd like to put your questions to any of our chefs today, then you can call this number. That's 0330 123 1410. That's 0330 123 1410. And a few of you will be able to put your questions to us live a little later on. And if I do get to speak to you, then I'll be asking you whether you want Rachel to face either food heaven or food hell. So start thinking. Right, cooking first is the Michelin star chef who normally cooks Indian food here on Saturday Kitchen. But today he's got something a little different. It's the brilliant Castle Kutcher. Now, you've been travelling around the world.
I have been, yes.
What have you brought along with you then? So,
well, I brought a lot of flavours. We got turmeric, which we started getting fresh turmeric root. Can I use this plate to pour the prawns straight in?
Yeah. Straight on there. There you go.
Great, thank you.
Prawns and the scallops.
Cool.
So what was it traditionally done when you first saw this then?
It was actually a chicken curry, and then somebody cooked a tofu stroke pineapple curry for me.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, scallops have got such a beautiful flavour, and so does prawn. And especially when the prawns are cooked on with the shell and head on, they taste so nice. So nice. I would love to pour some juice on that top.
Okay. You get, there's a spoon for it.
Much better. The pineapple is just lightly cooked. Yeah. So is spring onion. Don't put too much curry. You can actually cook everything in the sauce as well, but seafood has got such a beautiful flavour.
I'll let you put some basil on it.
Thank you, sir.
A little bit of this oil on the top.
Yes. Just the basil leaves.
So remind us what that is again?
It's Laotian pineapple, scallop, and prawn curry with a salad.
Delicious. Looks good. Right, you can bring it over.
I will.
Dive into that. Tell us what you think of that one.
Smells delicious.
I just got left with a bowl of salad. Cheers for that. Cheers. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, the pineapple in there works fantastic well. I've had it before with over that like it was with mango in there as well.
Mango would work really well. Raw mango.
Yeah, raw
green mango.
Also the green mangoes,
Yes.
like you say. Nice and simple.
There you go. Some Peruvian influence coming.
So quick as well.
Delicious.
Tastes so good. I think that's the key to it, the speed at which you cook it.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, we need some wine to go with this. We sent our wine expert Susie Atkins to a surprisingly spring-like Somerset this week. So what did she choose to go with? Athol's outstanding curry. And he certainly makes it look easy. Now, don't forget, you put our questions for any of our chefs today by calling this number. That's 033 0123 1410. 033 0123 1410. Right, for today's masterclass, I want to show you how to prepare one of the most luxurious ingredients out there. Now, I know it's one of your favourite ingredients as well.
Yeah.
But turn this into one of your favourite dishes as well. It's the lobster, and transform it into lobster thermidor, hopefully in about 6 minutes. So first thing we're going to do is get the sauce on for the thermidor. So we want this to reduce. So straight into the pan, we're going to pop some shallots, and then we add some white wine. Now there's classic lobster thermidor, or there's interpretations of it, but this is more of a classic sort of stuff where we've got the fish stock, the white wine, the shallots, and we reduce this down and reduce it down till it starts to thicken, and then we're going to add some double cream to it. All right. Now we're going to add lobster here. It's the first time a guest has actually jumped off the stool and moved over here.
I'm taking notes. I'm a budding.
Right now, lobster. What you do is you treat this in two parts. You take the claws off first. Keep those to one side. We'll move those over there. Then there's a lateral line that runs down the centre here. You need a really heavy knife, not one of these little ones. Really heavy knife, and you basically just do one movement, straight in, straight the way down. All right, all the way down that way. And then you can cut through the tail. So the easiest thing to do is put the tail out flat. Again, pick your line down the centre, hold it, and straight down the middle. Right.
Yeah.
Now, the heavier the knife there is, the better it is. This may get a little bit messy, this bit, but generally the heavier the knife, the better it is. So you follow the line all the way down, right the way down. Now, don't worry at this point, look, this is a lobster, all right? So what we need to do is transfer this meat out first. Right. Remove this. Remove this. This is a cooked lobster, obviously, because the live lobster will be blue. Alright, so you've got the meat. Now you can remove this part out of here, but the easiest thing to do is just get your hands in and just quickly, as soon as you get this done, it's a bit like the squid I did a while back, you just remove this bits out.
Yeah.
So remove the head area, there we go, because we're going to use that to fill up the meat. So we'll move that to one side.
That's simmering over there at the same time.
Yeah, that's reducing down, that wants to come down a little bit more. So then we can take our shells, move that to one side, alright? And then you've got these bits here, so we'll clean this down a little bit. So you've got the meat out of the tail, and then you need to look at the claw meat. Now, the way you do that is break it down again.
You're making it look very easy. I'm usually like fighting with a lobster.
You just break it like that, and then back of a knife this time. One that side, one that side. Remove the shell. You should be really careful when you do this. And then with the claw, you twist it, turn it. And then this meat should just come out.
Oh, look at that. That's the best bit, isn't it?
Right. So you do this one as well. So we take this. There you go. And that one. Oops.
Ooh.
And then this one.
Thanks for that.
There you go. There you go.
Save
Do
that for later,
Twist it and
yeah?
turn it. There you go.
Oh, God. Okay, so break that off.
So take that off and then just pull the meat out. Carefully. There you
Oh.
go. That's it. And then what you need to do, there's a cloth there.
Thank you.
And what you need to do is then use a lobster pick to get these other bits. So these other bits, you treat these again separately. So you basically twist these, turn them. So you're treating them all individually. So you go through one bit, and then the next. And then with a lobster pick, there's basically meat in these claws.
You need to have all the right tools for this, really, don't you?
Yeah, the lobster pick you ideally need because it's got this little sort of
Yeah.
fork on it really. So you just basically remove the meat out of here because there's plenty of meat in these claws, but it's a lot less fiddly than sort of lobster. Now this is a far cry away from your career, but you started off your career really with modelling. That was your first thing, wasn't it, when you started
well, I
about 15 years old?
my mum entered me into a modelling competition
Yep.
for Just 17, and she just sent the photos off, and she didn't hear for months and months, and I didn't even give it two thoughts, and then I got a letter through the post, and I always loved fashion and always thought it looked so glamorous, and then I got a letter through the post saying we want you to come down and have a photo shoot, and I was 15, so I was like beyond excited, and so that was like my first sort of stint behind the camera.
Behind the camera, and then of course S Club 7, because that was set up by Sam and Fuller, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And that wasn't there 10,000 people that went for the job in the.
Well, at the time they were holding mass auditions for S Club, and I kind of got into it in a very different way. I got approached by two producers who asked me if I could sing it was just kind of a case of being in the right place at the right time.
Because you went on from singing, you were a singer as well, were you? Before you were approached.
Well, I always loved music and loved
Right.
singing, but I never done anything professionally. Or fashion was always the career I thought I was going to go into. So yeah, it kind of found me really.
And then
didn't
what a
have a
start!
choice.
What a career, really. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
S Club went on 2 Brit Awards, wasn't it? 4 number ones.
It was amazing, yeah. It just, we were really lucky. We had the opportunity to do a bit of everything, from acting to obviously the music and presenting and everything. So we were, yeah, it was a crazy time.
She
yeah.
did both film and television, didn't you, as well? Because didn't you have S Club? I have to say I didn't watch it.
So you don't know all the moves? Come on.
No, not really. What was that? What was the moves? Oh, the S Club moves?
Yeah.
No. That's all. He was the big fan.
Yeah, you know the moves, right?
Yeah, show us again.
Show me some moves. But you were on Strictly as well,
I
weren't you?
was, but we didn't do much S Club moves on
No,
Strictly,
no,
you know
no,
what I mean?
don't
But yeah,
think
you hold the record on Strictly, don't you?
Apparently so, yeah.
The most-
I paid them well. I
The
paid-
the most 10 scores ever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he still
it
didn't
was-
get you the win. Unbelievably.
I know, that Tom Chambers beat me to it.
How did he?
But no, I got
That
to the
Dan
end.
Goff that beat me.
Pardon.
Never forgive him.
Can I just, we've got a little,
Oh, we've got a little right,
friend in
okay.
there.
We'll get rid of that, yeah. That's a little too low, I didn't need that one. Right, we've got a little eggs just to thicken up our sauce as well. So a bit of that. So after S Club, because you split up, what, it's
2003, yeah.
2003?
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, charity's been a huge thing with you. So what are you doing at the moment? You're doing this fantastic thing, this water aid.
Yes,
Tell us
I'm
about
working
that.
with Water Aid. Last year I went out to Ethiopia and had an amazing trip out there and got to see with my own eyes how what challenges they face without having clean, safe water. Yesterday was World Water Day, so I've collaborated with Blue Bottled Water, where all the profits go directly to the charity. And
Yeah.
I'm on a limited edition wrap in Sainsbury's, so if you want to kind of help donate in any way, you can go to Sainsbury's and pick up a pack with one of
Yeah.
my picks on from my trip. So
And this
all
is
the profits
100% of the profits go to...
all go direct to the charity.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it's an amazing charity. They're doing some brilliant work out there, and
Because it's the water for toilets, it's water for
yeah,
cleaning,
clean
food, everything.
sanitation, latrines, yeah, and clean water. And without that, they have that, and without that, they have nothing. And I've seen that with my own eyes. So it was really quite an overwhelming trip, but also amazing to see all the work they're doing, and it was brilliant.
Fantastic. Well,
So,
we'll all be
So
down
go
to
and
the
get
shop
some
to get
today.
some. Right, yes. So, salt and pepper, egg yolks have gone in there right at the last minute. And then all you do is you grab this sauce and pour it over the top.
so what else is in there? Did you say creams in there?
Put egg yolks in there, cream. Now you could, if you wanted to, bring this down and thicken it even more with those egg yolks. But cream, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Sometimes it's got cheddar in, would you believe? A bit of this, but
I like
Put
cheese on
Parmesan.
most things, actually.
put that over the top. It's one of these luxurious dishes, but I actually think I was going to do this with salad in rehearsal, but with chips.
Oh,
Lobster
you
thermidor
can't
and
beat
chips.
lobster and chips.
You can't beat it. You pop this under the grill just for a little bit. Meanwhile, we're going to give you a little masterclass in this because you wanted to learn how to chop
Yes.
chop a shallot. So you saw this earlier.
Yeah.
Now the key to this is keep your fingers out of the way.
That is
all
a good. Yeah. That would be a
Speed
good
chopping
idea.
is all about this. It's never about that. It's all about getting your fingers out of the way. Unless the knife rides above here, you'll only chop your knuckles off, not your fingers. Right? So that, and you just lift up and like that to fold.
Wow. Do I have to do that now?
Your turn.
No pressure or anything.
Exactly the same.
Okay, so hold it down like that.
Do that like that. Like that.
Okay.
And then just chop the knife back and forward.
Very good.
Mind if
We got band-aids on the
yeah.
Call 999.
on the ready. Yeah.
Careful, move that thumb out of the way. There you go.
Oh God.
Mind
quite
your
scary.
knuckle. Right, just hold it the normal way, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm closing my eyes.
Whoa, that's it, yeah. I'll just chop it like
I'm
that.
like a drunk
Well
onion
done.
cutter.
There, you've done it. It's easy as that. Now you
Well
can.
done.
Can I have a dog?
Much safer bet is if you grate some Parmesan, to be honest. That's the
That
much
needs a bit of
easier.
work, right?
That's the much much easier bit. So the lobster's just gone underneath just for a second, and then we can take this out. You can actually serve extra sauce with it as well. Like I said, if you want the sauce a little bit thicker,
12 now?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
okay.
gently do it. You can grill it for a little bit more. You've got more time, but you've got the lobster. You get the idea of this, and of course you can get cooked lobsters from your supermarket now. Just put this on.
Yeah, everything's kind of made a bit easy now, isn't it? You can
Well,
just
it is,
kind
but
of
it's,
buy
you know, bit of cheese over the top.
But this is the best way to do it.
I think
Fresh, isn't
lobster
it?
thermidor
Fresh.
is just, it's so simple, but there you go. You get to dive in. Have a little bit of that. Cheese has got in the sauce, a little bit of mustard, egg yolks to thicken
Oh
it.
my god. That is so good.
Nice and simple. And only £58.50.
That is delicious.
There you go. This is skill or a
Wow.
tip you'd like me to demonstrate on the show. Perhaps you much needed help with a cooking technique. A bit like chopping the onions there. You can't quite get it right. Then drop us a line. We'll try to cover it over the coming shows. You can get all the contact details, of course, via our website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. You enjoying that,
It's like butter, isn't it? It's really...
It's nice and simple, isn't it?
Wow.
Easy as that, right? What we'll be cooking for Rachel
Really,
at the end of the
the whole
show. She could be facing food heaven, lemon salt. I think she's probably eaten it already. The fish fillets are simply seasoned and pan fried, and served with a simple beurre blanc sauce, made with white crab meat, little tomato concasse, and served with some sautéed curly kale. Or of course, she could be facing that food hell, which is cod, and another inspired classic dish called the Rockefeller. The fish is pan fried and covered with a sauce made from spinach, watercress, shallots, topped with some breadcrumbs, served with fennel and carrot salad, and a little white wine sauce to go with it. Some of the viewers and the chefs in the studio get to side Rachel's plate today, but you have to wait to the end of the show, of course, to see the final result. Right, it's time for more kitchen calamities and the Celebrity Master Chef. Today, Jenny Eclair, Dermot Gavin, Rebecca Romero and Michael Underwood. They're at Chessington Zoo cooking for the staff. Enjoy this one. Saturday Kitchen Omelette Challenge with two great culinary explorers like Martin and Atul in the studio. We should be in for a cooking expedition of global proportion. That's if they don't both chicken out beforehand. There was three in there. I thought that was really good. You can see all the action live a little later on, and Rachel will be facing food heaven, of course, that lemon sole with crab and tomato sauce, or food hell, cod and that Rockefeller style topping with a fennel salad. You have to wait to the end of the show to find out which one it is. Right, cooking next, a new face to Saturday Kitchen. He's bringing a new style of food with him too. I've never tried it before. It's Peruvian, and he's Martin Morales. Great to have you on the show, Martin.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell us about this dish first of all, because it's new to me.
Okay, it's called lomo saltado. Saltado means jumping, and it's a
Right.
beef stir fry. So we're going to make the flavours really jump out, and the ingredients jump as well.
And that's with a very hot pan to start
A
off.
very, very hot pan. It's a Peruvian dish, but it comes from our Chinese-Peruvian culture. Chinese people came to Peru in about 1850 and brought tons of flavours, tons of ingredients, and tons of dishes. A bit like the Japanese, African, Italian, and Spanish.
But Peru's famous for so many different foods. We've got a few of them here.
Absolutely.
Tomatoes originate, potatoes from there. And you're going to do some chips with this, or I'm going to do
If
some
you
chips.
could do those chips, that'd be fantastic. I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and a bit of garlic as
Yeah,
well.
smashed garlic.
Right. So is this dish traditionally Peruvian? Is this?
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to marinate the beef first. So yes, the dish came from.
Aim of your.
Watch what I loved was cooking.
Now I'm beginning to
How long would you marinate that for? 'Cause that,
12 hours, 12. Well, brings out all the.
right.
At ceviche. Onions?
Now I've got my chips here, but we're going to finish off the chips not with normal salt. You've got some of this.
Lovely, yeah. So we're going to put some sal de maras. That's pink salt from
Yeah.
Maras, which is that's about right. Which is just near Cusco, where Machu Picchu is. Absolutely delicious salt. Now we're going to put the tomatoes, and then the chilies, the amarillo chilies, and just bring that in there.
I think you're going to love this.
And then we need a bit of the marinade just to finish it off.
Okay,
It's still jumping.
ready to serve it.
And that's it. Lovely. There we go. Thank you very much. So we're just going to start with the beef.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Here we go.
So with that fillets, they cook very, very quickly.
That's right. And it's been marinated, so it's got tons of flavour. And then we've got lovely. Thank you. That goes on there.
come on.
We're ready.
There we go.
I'm ready. Some of that sauce over the top.
Yeah, beautiful.
So tell us what that is again.
That is beef stir stir fry. Peruvian beef stir fry, lomo saltado. It's jumping. It's delicious.
It is delicious. I tried it earlier. It is. We've got a little bit more herbs on the top for you, and then this is what you get to dive into next.
I'm getting really used to this.
Oh, look at that.
You're coming back then, are you now?
Oh, start with the tips.
Yeah, start with the chips.
That's a
I
British
mean,
tradition.
it's the spices. I tried this in rehearsal. It's the spices that you put on there that give this a really great flavour.
It's a bit of the cumin. We've got some oregano there. Then we've got some chili, some amarillo chili, which has got tons of flavour. That beef fillet has been marinating as well.
Oh.
So much flavour.
Brilliant. It really is.
Really
the flavour
good.
just smacks you. It's brilliant. Right, we need some wine to go with this. We sent our wine expert Susie Atkins to Yeovil this morning. So what did you choose to go with, Martin? Sizzling South American stuff. That's all right, because Atol's there with 27.90 seconds.
Fantastic.
So let's put the clocks on the screens, please. 3 a goblet, as fast as you can. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, come on. Somebody's been practicing at the far end there, I think. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Shout as well.
Make sure it's not wet. Caught you up.
We've got salt and mayonnaise.
All right, you have to do that. Make sure it's an omelette. I've actually got two things I can usually eat. Pretty good. How many times have you practiced this?
28.
Still terrible. It's all right at the end. Right, Martin.
He's on the boat. Come on.
Do you think you're in the top 10?
No way.
No, you're not.
No chance.
You did it in 35.84
Well done.
seconds.
There you go.
Well done.
Happy with that.
Decent.
Fantastic.
Right next to Phil Howard. There you go. Atul. You've been practicing, haven't you?
No, I did.
Yes, you are,
See,
liar.
I just did 3 times only this morning.
You did it. Did you do it quick enough to get into the pan?
I'm not sure about it.
You're in the top 10. Oh. Just. But you knock out Jason Nathan, which puts you right there
Next to my
in
friend.
9th place, which is pretty good effort. And we'll move him over there. Pretty good effort.
Yes.
You have been practicing.
3 eggs.
Liar.
I can't believe it.
Right, well, Rachel will get her idea of Food Heaven, Lemon Salt or Food Hell Cod. Atul and Martin will make their choices, whilst you enjoy a masterful display of pastry skills from the brilliant Frenchman Raymond Blanc. Today he's pulling out all the stops too, making his signature dessert, a fabulous apple custard. Just watch this and enjoy. That looked really good. Right, it's that time of the show to find out whether Rachel will be facing Food Heaven or Food Hell. Food Heaven would be this lovely piece of sole, which we could fill it, serve with a nice little crab blanc and some kale to go with it. Alternatively, Food Hell would be the old, but you don't like sort of aniseedy sort of flavours. We've got a star anise liqueur, we've got fennel to go with cod, which you don't like as well. But it was up to these guys, because it was 2-1 to people at home in terms of Food Hell.
Okay.
I told you the fans of Esclip 7 because they've chosen Food Heaven. There you go, we'll lose this out of the way. Get rid of that. And next I want you to finely chop the shallots for me, please. Okay. And then concasse the tomatoes, finely chop me the chives. Meanwhile, I'm going to get on and do this, actually. I'll probably just...
Would you like me to use my cutting skills again?
You can do it if you want to. You can stand in there. There you go. You want to try?
Yeah.
Go for it. Mind your fingers.
Get the practice in.
Mind your fingers. We're getting there. That's all right. That's all right. We've still got one big lump though. That'll do. That's enough.
Okay.
That's enough. He's beating you to it, but there we go. We'll leave this out of the way. We'll take our shallots. There you go, straight in here. A little bit of blanc. We're going to use some white wine. A little bit of white wine vinegar. Just a touch in there. And we reduce this down almost to nothing with a little bit of double cream in there. Just almost reduce this down to nothing. All right. Meanwhile, we're going to fish here. We're going to fillet this. Now, like the lobster, there's a line down the top. There's 4 fillets on a flatfish, 2 on a round, 2 underneath, 2 on the top. And we can quickly take these fillets off. If you just remove these out. Now, the key to this is basically each cut that you make is long but one continuous cut. So what you don't want to be doing is doing too many small cuts, because otherwise it cuts into the meat. So when you do this, make sure you start quite confident with it, and it's just long cuts. That's the key to this. So we can just put this underneath, hold the fish, slice this through. So, but
You
you
need a
have learned.
special fish knife for that.
Well, this is a filleting knife, really. And the fillet knife's a good, that's bendy one, you see, for flat fish like this. And what we can do is we can trim off these bits. It's only the roe on here, but you can lose that off there. Trim that off. And then we can skin this. And the way that you do that, hold the fish nice and flat. Again, using the same knife, hold the skin and just wiggle the skin. The skin comes straight off.
That's brilliant.
Alright,
Yeah,
so there's
that's it.
4 of these. You do the 2 on the other side.
Roll your knife.
And the guys are there prepping our tomatoes there for our next little sauce. But we're just going to get this onto pan fry nice and quickly, so it doesn't take very long.
Does it give us a stir, or is it alright you leave it just
You don't need to touch that one, yeah. There's a little bit of oil in there. You can
It's
put
the chef in me. Wants
you can
to...
put a little bit of oil in
Okay.
there. So that
This
big
one?
bottle, that's it. About a tablespoon of oil in there. I'm going to take our fillets.
Oh, that was more than I
A
think.
little bit, it's fine, it's fine. That's all right.
I'm
We've
not
got
doing a job,
that's
I
all
don't
right.
think.
We've got our sauce there, and then what we can do is place our fish. Let that get a little bit warmer first before we do that. Right, tomatoes are happening, crab's happening. We can turn our attention to the sauce, and I need plenty of chopped chives, nice and small.
Yeah,
Please,
they're ready,
guys.
chef.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So the sauce reduced down. All right, we've got our kale here. Now the kale you can either blanch or you can pan fry. We're just going to pan fry this one. So there you go. And we'll just add just a tiny little bit. And whenever you cook cabbage like this, so you add a little bit of butter and some water to it. Just, because if you add
I
butter
never
and
do
water,
it like this.
well, you normally blanch it.
So my husband's going to be laughing at me right now, going, what? You don't ever cook? Like, what are you talking about?
That's the key to it, really, is you basically just leave it like that, and the heat of the pan.
So that's really easy, isn't it? Just a bit of butter and water. And...
That's it, really. Flat pepper, pinch of salt, and now you've got, see this reduction, you've almost got it down to nothing now. And then we'll take our fish, place that in our pan, starting to
A
cook.
gallon of oil.
A little bit more oil than I needed, but we'll move that to one side. And then we can turn our attention to the sauce here. Now, what people are worried about with beurre blanc is this. It was one of the first dishes I learned in France, classic beurre blanc. So you remove this off the heat, and you add butter.
Right. Oh, are you saying because you're using a lot of butter?
Well, you can't make this with margarine. It has to be made
Oh.
with butter.
So I come on here and you want to make me
Well, no, it's just
fat and drunk.
no, it's not- you need plenty of butter, and the key to this is the whisking of it. And as you look at the clean, you can see already it's starting to make into a sauce like that. It's actually pretty straightforward. So this kale is now done. You can then take this off the heat. You don't want to cook that anymore.
Definitely do that. That's
Just to keep the colour of it, really. That's all. The sauce is almost ready. And our fish, what you can do, sorry, a little bit of black pepper in our fish. A little knob of butter to that, maybe. And then we can turn it over and just leave it to cook on the other side. So take this over here. Leave that on there. And then we can just flip this over on the other side. And you want to treat salt very gently, because they don't want to overcook it or anything, but nice and gently. This sauce is nearly ready. You can remove that off the heat. And then we grab a sieve. So you can see already that it's already gone in there. Pass that through a sieve. The secret really is, from now, not to boil it. But the cream will act as a little stabiliser in
what was
there.
that again? What
That's the shallots that you chopped.
Oh,
White
right,
wine,
yes.
white wine vinegar. And all I've done is reduce that down, add a touch of cream, and then add butter, and that's what the sauce is, which is in here. Now we can add the tomatoes in there. We can add the chives, crab meat, and then a touch of lemon juice we can add to this. And if you guys can baste this fish for me, you can just keep basting that fish for me. Oh, there's a spoon. Yeah, just keep basting over the top, that would be great. Right on top of there. And then I'll grab a nice little bit of kale. And then we can just plate this up. That's it. Just happy with that?
Lovely.
Keep doing that over the top. Yeah.
Delicious.
Just off the heat. And then all we do now is grab our little bit of kale. So who does the cooking in the house then? The husband?
Yes, my husband. But I'm learning. I'm having a few cooking lessons.
Well, I heard you'd gone down to Rick Steins and gone for a
Yes.
little cookery course there.
Yeah, we did a seafood course down there. So I learned paella and how to kill a crab and
Well, there you go. You've got the little fillet sole over the top. Nice and light and delicate. There, and you grab this
saying lots of
sauce
butter.
over the top.
Delicious.
And you get to dive into it. So grab some knives and forks.
Got it here, Tim. Got it
You
here.
got some? There you
Yes.
go. Grab some knives and
Wow.
forks. I'll go get the wine to go with this. And tell us what you think.
Wow. I'll take the sauce.
Ooh, now to go with this, we've got a Palestra Roweda, priced at £7.99 from Tesco's. It's 2011 vintage.
Smells amazing.
I feel like we should be having water with this when you know,
Excellent. The flavors are so plain and nice.
really fresh. What do you reckon?
Really delicious.
Well, there you go. Best of it in your new
So
course,
good.
which is, tell us about the water aid.
Oh yes. So WaterAid, go out and get your bottles of Blue. All money goes directly to the charity, and you'll be giving people some clean,
It's in the
safe
shops
water.
now. There you go. Well, that's all from us there on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Atul Kutcher, Martin Morales, and Rachel Stevens. Cheers to Susie Atkins for the wine choices. Remember, all of today's recipes, of course, on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. Don't forget, we're back here live next week at the usual time of 10 o'clock here on BBC One. Have a great weekend, and don't forget.